What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrew Jensen. Just made a nice little birdie on the second hole here, but that's not important. What's important is today is February Q&A. Let's do this. All right, guys, well, I posted up on Instagram and Twitter asking for your questions. The response is just amazing. I'm always blown away at this and how much you guys want to know and help your games and what have you. So I'm gonna tackle some on Twitter right now, really quick. Favorite professional? Probably a mix-up between Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy, Justin Rose. I grew up loving Tiger. Just a lot of them. I like a lot of their games, so I just try to draw on all of that. Best tip you can give someone looking to improve from a 19 handicap to single figures. I think the best tip I could give would be eliminating mistakes. And the way to do that is don't compound them. When you hit it in the trees, pitch out. When there's trouble, play safe. When you make a mistake, don't follow it up with another mistake, because when you do that, you're bringing in doubles, you're bringing in triples, and the quickest way to lower your handicap is at the top end. Get rid of the high numbers. It's not making more birdies, it's making less doubles, less triples, and turning those into bogeys and pars, because when you take your medicine, when you chip out, you'll have a putt at par, as opposed to if you make a mistake and then try to save it and make another mistake, you're taking par out of the equation and maybe even bogey out of the equation. So if you short side yourself on the green, hit to the fat of the green, don't dump it in the bunker. So just don't compound mistakes, take your medicine, and you'll see a drastic improvement in your scores. One more here on Twitter, and then I'm gonna keep playing some holes. What is the favorite tournament you've ever played? Probably Players Cup in Winnipeg, my first year on the Canadian Tour. That was the first cut I ever made as a professional. That was really, really special. And my first time going to the Grey Goose World Par 3 tournament was a lot of fun. I was in the final group in the final round. It was my first taste of having a chance to win a big paycheck, and that golf course in Bermuda is pure. It's amazing. That tournament's amazing. So that's 3 Twitter questions. Let's keep playing some golf. I'm gonna switch over to Instagram now, and my goodness, there's a lot of questions here, so I'm gonna try to just fire through them as fast as I can. Here we go. What is your expectation for Q School next month? I'd like to win it. I'd like to get as good a status as I possibly can. How do you balance time between practice and play? I don't know. I just try. I just kind of try to find a good balance. I'm cognizant of how important it is to spend time on the range. But at my golf course here, I am afforded the luxury of getting out on the golf course whenever I can, playing a few holes here and there. So I try to find a good balance of practice and play, and that spreadsheet that I keep of my practice always has it right in front of me if I'm not playing enough. So I make sure I'm playing enough. So keeping track of it is how I keep that balance, because I have something to measure it and remind myself to get out on the golf course, because I do love the range so much. How do you fix your attitude after a bad hole? You breathe. I think that's about it. You got to just breathe, relax, and then change your focus and focus on the task in front of you. It takes a lot of work. I've been playing golf for over 20 years and I'm still not perfect at that. I don't think anyone is, but I think the best thing you can do is just take a deep breath and focus on the task at hand, which is the tee shot on the next hole. Because I've heard some cool sayings here and there, but one great one is you're only one shot away from turning it around. So even if you had a bad hole or a couple bad holes, you're only one shot away from turning things around. So keep that attitude in mind, and I think you can focus better on the task at hand in front of you. How do you maintain confidence on the course when you're not hitting good shots? I think it's very similar to what I just said. You just gotta focus on the task at hand, trust your process, trust your work, and also accept sometimes then you're struggling. That's golf. We do struggle often, so you just have to manage your struggle. Make sure your bad is still pretty good. Find confidence in that, and then I think if you tell yourself you're only one shot away from turning it around, that one shot can be just a lightning bolt of confidence. So just being very patient, I think, is the best way to try to find some confidence when you're struggling on the golf course. Quickest way to break 100, spend the most time on your short game. Eliminate your 3 putts. If you're 3-putting a few times around, you eliminate those. You chip it a little bit closer. Quickest way to break 100 is your short game. I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go play a few more holes and try to answer more of these in a little bit. 6th hole now, plowing through this round, actually playing pretty well. This is pretty fun. How do you feel about working out before a round or after? And does it affect you? I generally don't work out before rounds. Sometimes I'll work out before practice. I like to work out afterwards, sticking to my regular training routine of balancing, lifting with cardio, but never really before a round. It's never something that I've done. Will you be playing the Mackenzie Tour if you make it? Yeah, if I make it, I'll be playing every event I possibly can. So then followed up the BC Championship. Yeah, I'll be there. Kelowna is beautiful, so I really hope to be able to play in it this year. Favorite course in the Jacksonville area? Probably Amelia National. It's right across the street from my golf course. Finally played it last week and it is pure. I love Tom Fazio design, and this one, whew, it's really good. I look forward to playing it again when the Bermuda's not dormant, because it's probably just so beautiful. Would you rather go to the range or play 9 for practice, or both? Range. I love the range. What can I say? You have 30 minutes to practice. How do you spend that time? On the range. I'd be on the range and I'd just work through the bag, work on some technical drills, but also some playing drills, some think box, some play box, stuff like that. What are your ambitions in the long run? Have you reached your peak? No, I don't think I've reached my peak. I don't think I'm anywhere close to my peak. I think I've underachieved for the bulk of my career, and I think I'm finally starting to see some good play and some good golf. So I don't think I've hit my peak. My ambitions for the long run, I want to play on the PGA Tour. I wouldn't still be doing this if I didn't think it was a possibility. So that's my long-term ambition, and it could happen in as quickly as 18 months from now. So that's really special. I know you answered this before, but what's your coffee of choice at Starbucks? Grande iced coffee with 1 pump of white mocha. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? 1 horse-sized duck. I think that might be a little bit easier. Do you see yourself in a few years on the PGA Tour? I do. I really do. I think it's possible, and that's what I'm working for. What are your thoughts on the gate drill? This is putting through tees or putting through coins. I love it. Controlling how you start that golf ball, the first foot, the first 2 feet is the most important thing. So I love that. That's one of my go-to putting drills, warm-up routines every day. What's your dream foursome? Honestly, it would be my dad and my 2 brothers. There's a lot of great legends I'd love to play golf with, and there's a lot of celebrities I'd love to play golf with. Justin Timberlake, how cool would that be? But I think my dream foursome has to be my dad and my 2 brothers. I've been fortunate enough to do it here and there. In 2014, we played a PGA Tour Canada event in Ottawa, and we got to play the Pro-Am together. So that was really, really special. But that's my dream foursome for sure. Okay, let's get back to playing some golf. Played 7 holes, pretty good 7 holes. Swing is feeling a little bit better, but there's still work to be done. So I'm back to the driving range. Gonna tackle 2 more questions and that'll be it. What are your short-term goals, 1 to 3 years? And what are your long-term goals? Well, my short-term goals, they're in a video I made a few weeks ago, my 2018 blueprint. I'd say that tackles that pretty well. My long-term goals, 3 to 6 years, I want to lift some trophies. I want to see myself progress to the web.com, to the PGA Tour. Really long-term, 6 years from now is the Olympics. I will be 40 years old, but that'd be a fantastic goal to finally represent my country at the Olympics. The Olympics is everything to me. So that'd be the big long-term goal. One last question here. Are you gonna try and qualify for the US Open later this year? Definitely. Definitely gonna do US Open qualifying and Canadian Open qualifying. Gotta do it. You just can't. If you're a professional golfer and your schedule allows it, you have to do it. But that's it, guys. I tried to steam through these questions as best I could. I hope you gained something from this. And if I didn't get to your question, I do apologize. I tried to get to as many as I can, but there's always the March Q&A, and there's always questions in the comments and all that I try to reply to. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, because we've got some cool things coming up this week and then into next week, and there's just so much more coming, especially as Q School approaches. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.